All right, let's dive in. We've got a great topic today.
Yeah.
It's something I know you've been digging into recently.
Mm.
Universal Design for Learning, or UBL for short.
Yeah.
And to help us really understand this a little better,
Yeah.
we brought in someone who's doing some really interesting work in this area,
Absolutely.
Kevin Brake.
Right, yeah.
So before we jump into his research, maybe
Yeah.
let's just kind of level set. What is this whole UDL thing?
Yeah.
Why should we even care?
So UDL is basically, it's all about creating learning environments that work for everybody.
Yeah.
Regardless of like their abilities or their learning styles or anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if you're designing a building and instead of just having stairs,
Right.
you also include ramps.
Okay.
It benefits everybody,
Yeah.
not just people in wheelchairs.
I get you.
So that's kind of the idea behind UDL. It's
Right.
just making things accessible to everyone right from the get-go.
So it's not about like dumbing things down
No, not at all.
or like lowering expectations or anything.
Well, no, it's
Don't-
not about lowering standards. It's just about recognizing that people learn in different ways.
Right.
And we need to provide different avenues for them to access information.
Got it. So it sounds like it's not just about reacting to problems,
Right.
but being proactive, like you were saying.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about being proactive and anticipating those barriers to learning.
And what were you saying about options? Like what kind of options are we talking about here?
So UDL really breaks down into 3 core principles. And these are like the guiding, like the guiding posts of UDL.
Yeah.
The first one is multiple means of engagement.
Okay.
And that's basically like, how do we get students interested?
Okay.
How do we tap into their interests?
Mm-hmm.
How do we motivate them to learn?
Okay.
And then we have multiple means of representation.
Okay.
So that's all about presenting information in different ways.
Okay.
So, not just through text. Maybe through visuals, maybe through audio, maybe through hands-on activities.
Yeah.
Whatever works best for that individual learner.
That's cool.
And then the third principle is multiple means of action and expression.
Okay.
So this is about giving students different ways to show what they know.
Right.
So instead of just like a traditional paper and pencil test,
Yeah.
maybe they can do a presentation.
Oh.
Maybe they can create a piece of art.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe they can build something.
Yeah.
It's about letting them express their learning in a way that makes sense for them.
I see.
So those are the 3 core principles of UDL.
Okay. So like, I'm thinking back to my own like high school experience, history class. It's like textbook, lecture, textbook,
Mm-hmm.
lecture.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm much more of a hands-on learner.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we had had UDL back then,
Right.
like maybe I could have like built a model of like, I don't know,
That's
a
awesome.
Roman aqueduct or something.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
that would have been so much more engaging.
I love that.
And like maybe I actually would learn something.
Right.
Right. So that's kind of cool.
Well, that's a perfect example of, how UDL can really
Yeah.
make learning more engaging and meaningful for all learners.
Yeah.
And, it's interesting you bring that up because Kevin Brake has been looking at how we can actually use AI to personalize those learning experiences
Yeah.
even further.
Now that's something I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had this great line in his research. He's like, so what does AI have to say about universal design for learning?
Right. That's the big question, right?
But
Can it do?
yeah. What can AI bring to this whole UDL thing?
Well, AI can do some pretty incredible things. Like,
Okay.
imagine a world where, the content you're learning is tailored specifically to you
Oh, wow.
based on your strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
And the feedback you get is like super personalized.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a generic good job or try again. Mm-hmm.
It's actually giving you specific guidance on how to improve.
Right.
And then on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
AI can create these adaptive learning pathways.
What does that mean?
So basically, it's like you're going through this learning journey
Okay.
and the path adjusts based on how you're doing.
Got it.
So if you're cruising through something, it'll challenge you more.
Okay.
And if you're struggling, it'll provide more support and break things down into smaller chunks.
That's really cool.
So it's like having a personal tutor
yeah,
that's constantly adjusting to your needs.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing
It is.
when you think about the potential.
Yeah.
But of course, with any new technology,
Mhm.
there's always that question of like,
Yeah.
how do we use this responsibly?
Right,
Like,
right.
how do we make sure it's being used ethically?
Yeah, what are the ethical considerations?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Because, AI should never replace teachers.
Right.
It should be a tool that empowers teachers
Okay.
to create even better learning experiences for their students.
So it's still all about that human connection and that guidance that teachers provide.
Hmm. So when we really look at UDL,
Yeah,
it's about creating a learning environment that's flexible.
absolutely.
It offers lots of options for students, and it recognizes that everyone learns differently.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about embracing that diversity.
I like it. So this really leaves me wondering,
Yeah.
what would education look like
Right.
if we designed it with UDL from the very beginning,
Whoa.
right? Like if we just started from scratch and
Yeah.
we're like,
That's a great question.
all right, let's build this thing with UDL as like the foundation.
Yeah.
Like what could we achieve?
I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, me too. That's something for you all to think about. And if you want to learn more about UDL,
Yeah.
websites like KST and understood.org are great places to start.
Absolutely.
And be sure to leave us a comment and let us know what you think
Yes.
about this whole UDL thing. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, see ya.
See ya.